Boom, what's up, done deal? Welcome to Coffee with a Cop. I'm the cop, Chris Marin.
Barista, Daniel Mendoza.
And coffee enthusiast, Michael Lazo.
Everyone, welcome our new addition to the crew. And this is not because Roger got canceled, but
Yeah,
this was way before.
This was way before.
Coincidentally.
Coincidentally,
We
yeah.
didn't cancel it.
All right, so speaking of Roger, I think we should, talk about the matters of what happened. All right, first thing on the table, we would like to clear the air with the Roger situation. He was very sympathetic towards the situation. He apologized, and I think, as a man, it was sincere. And that's it. We'll let bygones be bygones, right?
At that point, yeah. Things happened, things were said, unfortunate actions were taken. But honestly, yeah, like Joanne and these other guys said on All the Smoke, it could have been a lot worse for sure. But thankfully, we all knew what was on the line. God forbid, it got worse. We were not gonna. There's no more season at that point.
Yeah.
So thankfully, hey, we
Handle it at the lowest level.
Exactly. We turned face and we're like, hey, let's just go about our day. Let them do their thing, and that's it. Turn the other cheek. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
And good job by the commissioner putting out the punishment. It was quick. It was concise. We'll see.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Is it unfortunate?
I don't know.
I think at the end of the day, we've been a part of Done Deal for a long time.
Yeah.
This is what, your third season?
Yeah.
And you see how it's a family, a brotherhood.
100%.
And if there's anything that disrupts that, you gotta address it.
Yeah, 100%. Let them know that that type of stuff can't fly. Address it. We shit talk each other, we trash talk each other all the time. But we, at the end of the day, we have morals. At the end of the day, for sure. And, we know what's right and wrong. We're grown men, for sure.
And in 15 seasons, this is probably you've had the instances where two Done Deal players get into it and you think there might be a fight, but there's not really a fight. But in 15 years, it just shows that when things grow, some more challenges come along with the way.
For sure. Yeah.
No, that's definitely a great outlook on the situation. And like you said, we seen what Done Deal was in the beginning and how it continues to grow. So hey, you gotta.
How long you guys been Done Deal?
I've been since season 1.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've been in since season 4 or 5.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I missed 2 along the way, but
It's in season 1.
Yeah.
So you played 13 seasons.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's not bad.
Hey, do we get a retirement for this? Is there
I get a pension, a Done Deal pension?
Please, thank you for coming along for the ride, and
That's it. On with the new talent. All right, so the first topic we're going to bring up is the 5v5 format. When we started Done Deal, and even when you joined, it was 4v4. Definitely, there's some growing pains with there that I saw on week 1. What do you think?
It's definitely a lot tougher for red zone people, for sure. In the sense of it's not something that we can't get used to. Or it's not something that's out of the ordinary either, because there's a lot of players right now that, although they play primarily 4v4, when they go to tournaments and stuff like that, they're 5v5s. But like everything in the world, if you're not used to it, there's gonna be some things you're gonna have to adjust to and things like that, for sure. But
at least from what I saw a lot of struggles came from the quarterback position. If you're used to calling 4 routes, now you got to add another route. It's kind of
try to find where to put that 5th person and stuff like that. And I felt that in the sense of throughout everybody kind of thing. And a lot of people are like, no, go here. Okay, you kind of just do something kind of
run a dart.
Yeah, type stuff. And I saw that on a lot of quarterbacks. So it's kind of definitely something that a lot of people are going to have to, quarterbacks, I guess, are going to have to get used to.
They're going to have to adapt, and if they don't, then they're going to get left in the dust.
Yeah, like for example, Willie with the Bengals, he plays a lot of 5v5s, and you can kind of see that in the sense of...
They came out firing.
They came out 3-0, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they're 3-0,
yeah.
I believe, yeah. So Bengals are...
with the most scored points.
Yeah, 3-0, points 4.
So maybe these captains that are struggling should, when on their off games, should check out the Bengals and see what offense they're running.
So what about the people in the same division?
Oh.
SOL.
I guess that's all.
Yeah, that's true.
Or just watch highlights, right? Is
Yeah,
that a thing now? I
highlights.
guess they got designated people.
Yeah,
that
so I was part of the camera crew chat
should
last. Thank you. I was part of the camera crew. Yeah, so they'll pick. I guess they pick in one person from every team from each division, and they'll record when they're not playing.
Okay.
And so they kind of like, and Andres, I think they each assign a week. Like Andres was assigned last week, and he had said like CP was assigned this week coming up, and they'll pick one person. And when the good thing, I guess, you don't have to ref.
Yeah.
If you see that as a good thing, depends, because sometimes your team doesn't have to ref and you got to be out there recording.
Recording in the sun.
But it's kind of cool, man. You know, you're always in the action. But he does say, yo, don't send darts, don't send stupid shit. You know, either send like bad plays or stupid miscatches or like really big highlights and stuff like that. But that's pretty cool. That's a very good thing to do, because obviously, you know, content is key, and the more we can get out there for all these,
it's branding for Dundee at the end of the day. So do you feel that maybe like later on filming these games, are we allowed to maybe use like replays and stuff like that, or do you think that's just?
You mean like while reffing?
Yeah, like while reffing, like
it's gonna be tough only because you have to have a good angle first of all. Like NFL play, you have from different angles.
Yeah, you have 100 cameras on the
you
field.
have exactly. Oh, that angle doesn't work. Let's go to the next.
And sometimes you can't even see it anyway.
Exactly. So and let's be honest, there are very competitive people in this league, you know, and those competitive people are gonna be, if that call doesn't go their way because of that replay. It's just gonna, I think it's gonna be more, it's just gonna be very, I guess, sour, you know? So I think the way to go about it is leave camera out of it completely and just
make the call, and that's
make
it.
the call, and that's
Human
it.
error.
Yeah.
Exactly. Leave it up to human error. Get chewed out. Don't let your whole ref team get chewed out, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's probably gonna, I don't think it would be a good idea to bring camera into like replays and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that can stay out.
The reason I bring that up is because I had the opportunity of playing the Red Zone tournament this past Saturday with Ross and Bolton Hose. Shouts out to Bolton Hose. That's an amazing name. And I forgot what game we're playing, and one of the, I guess, ladies was like filming, like one of the girlfriends.
Don't tell me they used the camera.
And she showed the ref.
No.
And he overturned the call?
I don't remember like if he overturned the call or not, because it was just a whole mess of thing. But she showed it to the ref, so that's why I bring it.
I mean,
bring it up.
I'm okay being a ref and making a call, and then later in the game or after the game, somebody come up and show me like,
Hey,
"Oh,
okay,
you were wrong."
my bad.
I'm
And
like,
you
"Oh,
admit,
well,
like, I mean,
Yeah,
right,
but you
that
can't.
sucks. That's my
you
bad,
can't
but
make
I
a
can't.
judgment the whole time and
Yeah.
then be like, oh, that one call, use a replay. It's either the whole time or
Maybe I see it and I learn from it then and there, but during that game, that's it. That's the call. The whole scramble that if you change a call, then the other team is pissed because you changed the call.
Yeah, no, for
Screw
sure.
that,
No.
yeah.
No, but yeah, I love the whole camera crew thing for sure. Keep it up. I love to be part of it. I love to be in there and in the middle of things. And it makes a lot of great sound bites too.
Yeah.
People start cussing and people start calling each other out. Fuck this, man, fuck that, fuck this. It's great for sure.
So let's move into 3 games instead of 4 games. So last season we had 4 games. You were all there. I wasn't. How'd y'all feel after the 3rd game going into the 4th game? Were you like dead? Was it the sun killing you?
I think it's. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think it's probably a combination of both, to be honest. It depended, because if you had a really tough games before, then and that sun beating down was no joke, man. By the time your 4th game came along, and it kind of created an atmosphere of who wanted it most at that point. You know what I'm saying? So when the sun beating down, that 4th game, especially coming closer to the end of the season, is put your big boy pants on and run that goal again for the 4th time, bro.
The turf too gets hot.
Oh, that turf.
I mean, me personally, I don't consider myself to be in stupid, cardio shape, but I'm in decent shape, and I was dying out there after when we were playing the fourth game.
You were dying. Imagine someone like my stature.
So I mean, I do like the 3 games. I guess that's coming just from the lower tiers. Hey, we would like to know what you guys think too. So yeah, let's go.
But I think it is a little bittersweet, to be honest, because you get that 3 games and you're out, but you give up the fact of now you have and add an extra week in done deal that maybe you would have been done by then, and now maybe you have plans and stuff like that.
Yeah, to commit an extra.
An extra stuff. So it's kind of like, hey, for me, either way would have been fine, I guess. But I think honestly it would have been fine either way. Just because remember now we're out of the park by like 12:30 compared to like 1:30 before and stuff like that.
2, 3 sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
And me, I usually work after done deal. So that 1 game less helps me, I guess, get a little more rest before work. So I mean,
it helps out. I would remember a lot of players sometimes would have to leave like in the last game anyway and have to go to work and
Oh,
stuff.
100%.
So if it helps them, that's even better.
Yeah.
For sure. There's a lot of people do. Only because we play on Saturday don't mean people don't gotta work. 100% people have to work after, but
just shows that done deal's life, right? You're sacrificing sleep to.
and it's
to
not
play.
like just after that hot ass sun that you gotta go to work. It's not easy.
It's rough.
It's not easy.
Definitely need some coffee after that.
All right, let's move on to how week 1 went. Lazo, if you want to take the lead here.
Perfect. So for week 1, it was kind of tough for a few teams. A lot of teams were missing people.
There was a lot of teams going 4 strong, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoever missed week 1, you suck. If you weren't there week 1,
Didn't you miss?
Did you miss week 1? I was looking at him like, wait a minute.
hey, it happens. You make plans before done deal, and done deal comes around.
But
You gotta keep your girl happy. No, you gotta keep your girl happy so she lets you keep doing done deal.
Heard that.
Sacrifices, right?
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's obviously the biggest one is the Patriots.
That was a bad
tough,
one for the
But
Patriots.
with the trades they made, hopefully,
We said that Patriots scored 1 point
1 point in the entire
in 3 games.
week 1, and they came against the Titans. It's just rough. They made that trade, so now maybe Pat doesn't have to throw the ball. He has.
So you think David DeVilla's going to take lead?
He has to. Pat needs to be on the other end, mossing people. Like what Pat
100%.
does.
And he can't.
That's what
Pat
Pat
needs
does.
to be Pat.
Pat needs to be Pat.
And I'm 100%
I saw him
believe
on
it.
Monday. He made a crazy catch,
Yeah.
man.
No, and that's that.
And that's
on
normal.
the daily.
That's normal
Him
for him.
and his brother Mark. That's on the daily basis.
I love Mark, man. Mark.
And another one that I see is the Rams. The Rams. I was helping them out. It's tough. 100%. Imagine we kind of were there when I was helping them out the whole time. But imagine he's running with 2 tier 6s. It's tough. You can only do so, even with the captain there. You can. So now with his full team, I think in week 2, hopefully they'll get a better idea of what changes they need to make and stuff like that. But even with 2 tier 6s, I mean they went 0-3. Yeah. But it wasn't like a blowout necessarily any game,
I don't know if they could say that because the Bills have 3 tier 6s and they tied a game.
Yeah.
We're not saying that's the strategy to go is trade away all your middle picks for tier 6s and stack the top.
Well, I think there's definitely some, a lot of new captains made this mistake, and I don't really consider it a mistake. It's part of the process, you got to learn.
Yeah.
So I guess hopefully next season, captains realize, hey, there's
for sure their draft strategy might be different. I know like when they were all the smoke they talked about Kevin really liked Freddie and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like he's not bad, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully it makes it work.
Sometimes you do favor more players. You might go and reach for a player of some sort, but
a lot of people question the Freddie pick, so
Has he been doing good? I haven't paid attention.
No, Freddie plays with Kevin Mujica. Yeah. They have Esteban too, with another tall middle tier player, and they have Peter. He throws sometimes for them, which is not bad. So imagine with the handoffs, Peter throws, Kevin Mujica throws, and Freddie throws as well. So there's a lot of firepower there that they can switch up. And honestly,
gotta figure it out.
100%. I think with the two players coming back, I think they would have no issue, to be honest. And I don't see any issues with them, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll see. It's too early in the season to freak out. Especially if you have players missing week 1, week 2, maybe you get it together and see how it is. And then that's probably why we haven't seen that many trades. We just had that one big trade.
Yeah,
Nobody else has done anything.
And I was going to bring that up. That's a good point. I think, and I got to tip my hat to some of these captains saying, hey, let's not hit the panic button and go and trade some of my pieces, because we got to see how, it goes week 2. I think after week 2, there's going to be a lot more trades.
Yeah, if a lot of these teams have another outing like week 1, then you'll see
100%,
you'll see all the little sirens popping up in the chat.
Yeah, but I honestly don't foresee the same performance from week 1 go on to week 2. I think after they get a lot of these teams get their chemistry back and understand. Like there was a lot of teams that played yesterday on Wednesday. They went to go play and practice. That's kind of what it is. You can't just show up on a Saturday with a team you never played with and just ball out.
Well.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know that team like that. So. But I don't see a lot of teams coming back like that. For example, Raiders, Bears 3-2, anything. I think from the most part. I know our Giants. We beat the Giants. Us, the Ravens, beat the Giants 4-0. It was kind of tough. Johan wasn't there for Christie. He was out.
Yeah, that's tough when you draft a quarterback. And they're out.
Didn't they say Johan dropped?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, he dropped. Yeah, he dropped out of the league, I think. But I don't think they ever found anyone to replace him.
Oh.
I think he was dropping, or maybe not, or something, or maybe he's just missing week 1.
So Christie's back at quarterback.
Christie was playing quarterback, and it's tough. Imagine with his hamstring hurting and stuff. It's gonna be tough for him.
If he has a bum hamstring, then he probably should be quarterback.
He might want to find someone that he can throw to instead of someone that can throw to him.
Yeah,
necessary. You know what I'm saying? Obviously,
within the ranking or whatever where Johan was.
Yeah, so it is kind of tough, especially even at quarterback with a bad hamstring. You're trying to throw off. Imagine I was able to almost get to Chris D.
Yeah.
So if I'm able to almost get there, I feel bad for bro. Hopefully he can find some way to muster out some wins for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what their record was for
I think they went 0.
They went 0-3 that week. They scored 1 touchdown, or no?
No, they had one touchdown right there with the
unless the stats are wrong, 1 touchdown. Yeah. That's tough. Yeah.
And I love Chris D. My boy Fernie's on that team. So I hope they really. And then they're in what we consider a stacked division. That's what something we want to touch up on is how the divisions were drawn up. And honestly, I like the randomization. I don't think the division should be catered to by captains and their rankings and stuff like that. It should just all be random. Make it fair for everyone who's in Done Deal.
Yeah, there's no biasness there. I agree. I agree with the random picks for the divisions. There's gonna be a lot of complaints from people, but hey, people always complain, right? So.
But I mean, I guess we'll see more when it goes to playoffs. So some people in the South might have a better record than some teams in the North, and then they might be upset if they miss playoffs.
Yeah.
But that's how sports are. That's what happens.
Yeah. 100%.
Be better.
Be better. Get good.
Be better.
Get good.
Get good.
Get good, kid. Get good.
I guess we could go over some of the other teams that didn't do too hot. The Chargers and Peaky. I'm pretty sure that's the first time Peaky's lost every game of a week.
Yeah, that's tough. But I mean, he traded away. He
was missing 2 players. He traded one that he didn't even know, he never played with, I think.
Yeah. So.
You think Peaky gets traded from the team?
No. I don't think they move Peaky.
It would
maybe Peaky hopes they move Peaky, but
100%. I think Peaky is hoping they move Peaky, but I mean, logically,
if you were to trade a captain and a tier 6 for a tier 2 and a tier 4, you get what I'm saying?
I think you would need more than a tier 4. I think it needs to be a tier 2 and a tier 3.
Yeah.
For a captain like Peaky though,
Yeah, he's a top tier captain.
Yeah, he's a top three
Peaky,
captain.
you have Jules, Genesis, Anthony Aleman, Andres Del Rio, and Gabriel.
Well, Gabe and Jules were traded to the Chargers.
Yeah, they're on. That's Peaky's team.
That's the updated
Okay,
team.
Peaky's team. Yeah, exactly. So it's not a bad team. I played with Andres last year, and he was a great pickup for us at the Bear. He was
Del Rio, right?
Yeah, and Dusty loved him. We all were like, wow.
The big body.
Thanks.
He's
Yeah,
definitely a big body.
and he can get there. You know what I'm saying? Gabe is not bad at all either. He's pretty fast.
And he's there at tier 6.
Yeah, he's pretty fast. You know.
I mean, I'm sure
so-
they're gonna have a bounce back week. I don't know if they'll win all 3 of their games.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough, especially there's a lot of doubts with Jules being your number 1 receiver. And
But Jules did it for Eric last year, right?
with Eric Laura.
Yeah.
How did he do? I'm
I
not
think Jules played well. I
Okay.
mean,
Did the team do well?
didn't they make it to the playoffs?
To be honest, I don't remember off the top of my
I
head.
thought they just missed playoffs. If I'm right,
I think
obviously
that
you can
sounds familiar.
fact check me. I wasn't even in the season, but you can
But,
you can fact check.
I hope he can do well for him, you know. And I really, I love Jules, and hopefully they can do that. And he also has Genesis.
But I mean, also Peaky's the type of person that makes everyone around him better.
Exactly.
Like when I played with him in the tournament, I was making all these catches because he puts the ball exactly where it needs to be.
He puts you in places
So
where
he'll make his team better the next week, and then maybe what a classic strategy is: make somebody look really good and then trade them high. Build that value, trade high.
Was it the Joan special?
Yeah, throw Ham 10 touchdowns and then trade him. that was the Joe 1 special. Shout out to Ham. It's always Ham that gets traded. He knows it. That's his life. But he still comes out and he still plays and he's
but
there.
it's a tough thing. It's like either perform good and
I
get
know, it
traded,
sucks.
or perform bad and you still get traded.
Maybe Ham has to just be like, maybe I should drop this one.
Yeah.
Maybe drop this really wide open pass and no one wants me, and then make all these hard ones.
That's what I'm saying, but
I mean, but speed's always going to be a thing that's like favored in flag football. So I think, hey, I feel sorry for Ham. I really do. But that's someone that's gonna keep on getting traded, man. Unfortunately,
it's gonna be a thing.
We'll see. Hopefully, he stays on a team that eventually will be like, hey, I need this guy.
I think Pat could be that guy.
Well,
Pat could be the person that sees the value in Ham and doesn't move Ham because he
think
needs
just
that
like,
offensive explosion that Ham provides.
100%. I think just like Peaky, Pat does make the players around him better as well.
100%.
And he's a coach, He's a coach that can play.
He's a leader. He knows where to put you and how to put you and how to coach you and stuff like that. So we'll see. Right now, I'm looking at Pat's. You got Pat, Mike Valdez, Ham, Joe Fernandez, Yandri, and David Davila.
They have a fast team, man.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Nobody there is slow. The slowest one is David, but we all expect him to play quarterback. Hopefully he can do well for them.
And they were also week 1. They were also missing Joe Fernandez, which is like what, they're tier 4.
Tier 4, which is a great.
And
great
he's a good tier 4. Maybe not many people know him, but he's tall, he's quick, he's got hands. So that's something they were missing, and we'll see how they perform week 2.
Joe used to play quarterback. Fun fact. Joe used to play quarterback
with
back in the day.
with Daniel Alvarez.
Yeah, with Daniel Alvarez.
The guy whose hamstrings
Always
are made out of glass.
Mr. Glass.
He pulls his hamstring every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the
That's
last tournament, somebody made fun of him. And then he got upset. So he went to run sprints and then pulled his hamstring, and then had to drop out of the tournament.
That's one of your close friends, right?
Yeah, that's my boy.
So these are all fun facts, man.
Yeah, fun facts. He pulled his hamstring because he tried to get better to prove somebody wrong.
So the first time I saw Joe playing receiver was actually in this last tournament where they had quarterbacks, assigned quarterbacks and whatever, and he impressed me because he was definitely a deep downfield threat, which opened the field for us other players, So I mean,
yeah, there's not many other tier 4s that can match Joe on an up ball.
Yeah,
he's 6'something", long arms. So yeah, let's see how that helps the Patriots out.
I definitely think the Patriots are in better position.
100%. They're in a lot better position, and especially with the addition of Ham, with that speed to be able to take the top off.
It's just going to be
And, you know,
defensively now. What is the question mark? Or they're going to be able to defensively stay in games.
Hopefully.
I mean, you put Ham and Pat at quarterback, they're gonna.
You would want Pat at safety instead, but
Yeah, Pat at safety, Ham at corner.
and with Mike Valdez play on the other.
I'm not familiar with Mike Valdez.
He's a speedy guy. He I never saw him, but I recognize the guy.
Is he on what team is that? Swoosh?
No, IAT or something like that.
Oh, okay.
That's the picture he has there. But
So,
we'll see. Hopefully.
Other teams that didn't do too hot, the 49ers. This might be like the slowest start Jordan's ever had. And done deal. Only scoring that 1 point in the rankings. 6 touchdowns.
Think there's gonna be a quarterback change there?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. So what? You said Jordan was a 76ers fan?
Well, another team that was rough, that had a rough week one were the 49ers, which I mean, Jordan playing quarterback, maybe he's not the best quarterback on that team. Or best fit for quarterback.
We did play him. I don't recall him taking the handoffs directly all the time. I think they do switch it up. I don't know who his quarterback is because he has a fairly all new players on his team.
He's at quarterback. But who else do you
Who else can throw the ball? Well,
Norman,
maybe
I don't know
that's
that guy.
Week 2,
Victor Pena, I've seen him sometimes on Red Zone. Oscar Blanco, Richard, Andres, and Juan Sanchez.
Yeah, so maybe that's a trade that has to happen. I don't mind if Jordan stays out of the playoffs because he's a 76ers fan living in Miami.
So
fuck that guy. Nah, I already commented on his Instagram whenever he puts some garbage about the 76ers.
About the Sixers. Hey, but you got to give it to him. I mean, 76ers just started being good, man.
They've always been good. They're just going to choke in the playoffs.
But that guy's all over the nation, bro. This guy is a San Francisco fan and a 76er.
Yeah.
He's on both sides.
He's not a homebody, that's for sure.
You got to travel to watch those games.
Yeah, 2 teams that choke in the playoffs. But so we'll see week 2 if Jordan can really step it up at quarterback, or if he has to make a move after week 2. That's a week 2 panic button team.
Knowing Jordan, I mean, he's always gonna put his team in the position to make it.
He's so nice.
I mean, it's not me being nice, but just think about it. Like, look, he's always in the playoffs, isn't he?
He's always in the playoffs, and he's a really good captain, and but I think the way that Dundee has continued to grow, and there's more and more talent coming in, players have to go to where their best position is at, and Jordan, I think, is really good taking handoffs coming in from outside and making people commit to covering him rather than just taking snaps. But we'll see what happens with the 49ers in week 2.
And there's one more team that did not come out with a win for week 1. Maureen, you got anything?
They came out with a tie though. They're in 7th.
Yeah.
They're 7th in their division. Nobody thought the Bills would not be on the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
Everyone believed they would. Everyone believed they would be on the bottom of the totem pole.
Okay.
And of course, I'm gonna be biased towards my own team. Hey, Jerry's a great captain, and I think once Ross gets a hold of the flag football format. And he has an arm, man. He has a big arm.
Alejandro Ross, I don't recognize him.
Yeah, no, he's definitely he definitely has an arm. Once he figures out the dimensions of the field and stuff, everything's just gonna be dropping dimes because we have the players. Ian's a speedster.
Oh, Ian
Jerry,
disgusting, bro. I love that guy.
And we do have 3 tier 6s, but I don't feel like all of us are tier 6s.
Yeah, I mean, with you being the tier 6 on the team, I mean. That team's not bad, honestly. It can't be that bad, to be honest.
Yeah,
so,
Kevin G.
Garcia,
well, who did you come in for? Charlie?
Charlie.
So, I mean, I'm not in the DDPA. Charlie Boys with CP.
The one that makes
Charlie,
the one that makes the
okay.
the one that always makes
the logos and stuff.
The dick in your hand, like stickers and stuff. I mean, maybe it's because you're coming off of your injury from work.
You don't think that's a fair?
I don't think that's a fair.
Higher value?
I think he's higher.
That was definitely what was brought up. Is because I am coming off an injury.
I thought you were saying because you are better.
No. I don't think I'm better. I don't think I'm better
Oh
than
my
Charlie.
gosh. Charlie hasn't played football in like 3 years.
I've never seen him play, so I don't.
But he has
can't
lost
comment
weight,
on
too.
He's
that.
lost weight. Yeah, he's always putting on Instagram like his workouts and stuff.
Oh, he's a fitness.
No, he's a fitness model.
Model.
He does
Fitness
he does
model?
CrossFit. He does CrossFit.
Nice.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, he may be in better shape. I had a pretty big
But you
injury.
tackle people that injure your teammates.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But I think Chris Marin is better than Charlie. I'll say it. Whatever. I think he's better than Charlie, and I'm assuming that it's because of you're going through that injury and you're coming back and recovering that they thought that it was an even exchange.
He's coming back from the, or the car is coming back from the injury.
Yeah. Well, the car is probably total. It's probably it's already like.
It's like
already
a
been
Superman
crushed.
just stands
Yeah.
Or what's that? The Will Smith, the superhero
from
from
Hitchcock.
Just stands here.
Yeah.
The fucking train just.
So who do we think like some personal favorites to like win the division?
Really, come on.
I mean, I know it's week one.
Ravens 100%.
Well, the Ravens just
see,
lost.
I think
the Ravens just lost to the Dolphins, so I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
And you're lucky I wasn't there, or it would have not even been close.
Yeah, but I mean,
No,
because we look at stats, right? The Ravens and Dolphins and Seahawks all scored the same amount of points, and that's how I like to base my stuff off of.
It's tough. It's gonna be tough. Lulu's missing week 2.
Oof.
So that's
where it kind of.
it's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt, and it kind of. It's
Yeah.
it's like a freaking stab in the heart to us even more because wow, that win would have been a lot better. Because now if he's missing week 2, it's kind of like damn, we could have taken advantage of that situation.
But
with him running 5 hard at that point, damn.
And Lulu missing week 2 is a big gap. Like, because I played with the Falcons and Lulu last season, and he missed week 4, and we still made it to the playoffs, of course, but he's just a huge presence that's missed.
100%.
Because like we mentioned, there's only I think a few players that can make the team, better. And I know we mentioned that about 2 other players, but Lulu's definitely one of those players, man. He's played at higher levels of football, and he just continues to get better at quarterback.
Yeah.
So I could only imagine, and maybe in the next couple seasons,
and
where
props
he's
to
going to
him for going 3-0, making sure he got that done.
Yeah.
Because
Knowing that,
missing
yeah.
week 2. He's like, yo, if you
But
can even take 1 win.
Let's be real. I'm back week 2. If you didn't draft me in Dun Duel for week 2, I'm gonna be on the field every snap.
That's it.
For
Who's gonna quarterback for you guys?
It's gonna be Laz. Laz is gonna throw for
Oh,
us.
Laz has a cannon.
Laz
on
has a
him.
cannon, yeah.
But does he have an accurate
Sanchez.
cannon though?
I've seen him in scrimmages, yeah.
I seen him play QB last
No,
season with the Steelers.
he-
Yeah.
He can launch
get
it.
there.
But
We'll see.
Accuracy wise, you think?
I don't know. I've never seen him play. So I mean, hopefully,
We're gonna surprise some people.
I hope so.
I say at least 1 win coming out of the
I would.
Lulu.
You know what? I'm
1 win. Screw
hoping-
defense.
I'm
We're not
hoping
playing
so.
any defense.
hoping. You
No
go 0-3.
defense. We're gonna let no defense. We're gonna let everyone throw a touchdown on their first
And
thing.
we're
We're just gonna take advantage whenever we're on offense.
Heard that.
Whenever we get the ball first, that's the game we're gonna win.
But that's another good point to the 3 games versus 4 games, because now
Missing a week is
missing a week is not
less,
as
yeah.
big, is not as
that
detrimental.
hurts you a little less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because exactly you don't lose 4 games. Let's say example,
you
you don't
don't
lose
lose
your
four games.
Falcons.
We went
that's-
0-4.
You don't lose 4 games, you lose 3 games. And stuff like that. So
But this
Yeah.
division is tough. So even with those, if we were to go 0-3,
But
those 2
honestly,
losses
dude,
might hurt.
honestly, dude, even with Lulu out, bro, Shamir, Clint, and Andres, dude, come on.
He's sneaky. He's
Everyone was dragging Lulu for drafting Andres and Laz.
I don't understand. Where did that come from? Why was everyone shitting on Lulu for drafting a player that always gets like at least 40, 50 catches a
Yeah,
season?
he's always catching the ball. He led the league last
In
season in
sacks.
sacks. Yeah,
He's
it's
elusively
before last
fast.
season, but
Elusively, like
He's like
that
Sonic
you turn,
the Hedgehog.
You turn
Like
to your
Sonic.
quarterback one time, you look back, and he's gone. That's it.
A double move, man.
Because everything he does is so subtle. All the moves he makes are so subtle that you don't notice.
Maybe because you can't hear his footsteps. That's why.
Yeah, he's like a Tesla. But yeah, so and then they roasted him for drafting Laz too, and then he took me tier tier 6, which
Honestly,
Thank God.
I don't see how you can get at least one win, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be up to Laz and making.
What's
the
what's the teams that you play?
we play.
Let me see.
I think you go here.
Right here. You have it here.
Oh, you have it here.
So their first game
Play,
is gonna be the Chargers, Peaky and the new Chargers.
Peaky and the
That's gonna be
Nolo
tough.
Chargers. Yeah, Peaky's gonna come out firing.
That's gonna be tough for you guys.
Playing,
Your second game is the Cowboys. Who are the Cowboys? Let's take a look here.
Peter.
Cowboys. Let's see what we're looking at here. So Cowboys is it's Peter.
Mm-hmm.
We played them last week. Peter, Daniel Elias.
Yeah.
That's a tough team already. Juan Lasso, Daniel Gonzalez, and Pepito and Jesus.
Well, Jesus sucks.
I say that.
He's lucky. He's lucky we're going 5 strong, so he won't even see the field because he can't cover me at all.
Depending how. I think that win might be against the Giants, man. I like to make that statement because
With Chris and a bum hammy.
if
tough.
Chris is still injured, I don't see that.
That game is gonna be.
It'll be an interesting game.
And if they don't pick up somebody, it's gonna be the best of the five
Best
at
of
that
five,
point.
yeah. If they don't have,
If they don't pick up
replace
anybody
somebody
at
for
that
Draymond,
point.
yeah.
But I think that if you pick one of those teams that you win, I honestly agree. It's might be the Giants game, just because with Pepito, with
Yeah,
Peter
they're a solid-
and Daniel
a solid
Elias and
defensive
Lasso.
team, yeah.
With Peter and Daniel on the field, Danny is a fucking beast. I love playing with Danny. And so they're gonna be tough, man, to pull out a win against your first two teams.
Danny always gives his all on the field.
See
So
what
I mean,
happens.
I like Danny too.
I want teams to pray that they get the ball first.
Sheesh! Damn, look, this guy's coming in with a killer mentality, boy.
He has a lot of pent-up aggression.
I haven't played Done Deal in forever.
A full season and missed
So you're
week one.
coming, you're gonna lose cannon on week 2 right now, bro.
All that testosterone, testosterone.
But yeah, some other teams that balled out. The Titans balled out. Like we already mentioned, the Bengals, the Chiefs in the North. So
The Chiefs with Mikey playing very faded. He was very faded that they were hungover.
100%.
Yeah, so shouts out to Mikey
sometimes
for
people play
pulling
better
it through.
like that.
No, I think Mikey's way better.
I don't think he
so-
shows up the same way week 2.
He caught
I
he caught
think-
a screen because we played the Chiefs. He caught a screen and I forgot who pulled his flag. It was a little aggressive and I know he was bent out of shape after that one. But
I don't think he pulls that week 2 for sure. I think week 2
He learned his lesson?
I think week 2 he comes a little more, clear-headed and it's like
Hydrated.
Okay, let's, maybe his captain had a talk with him. One of those talks like, hey,
Yeah. Hey, you better pull it together with trade pass.
like that, like even if it's for a piece of paper clip and gum.
Yeah.
do you think any of these teams that went undefeated are just like just by pure luck?
Like luck. I don't think it's out of luck, but I might think that it might be out of that first week chemistry, stuff like that.
on other teams.
It might be tough for any of these teams that went undefeated to go undefeated again in this upcoming week. It might be tough just because of the changes that have been brought on, or maybe these teams realize like, oh shit, okay, maybe let's go practice. Mind you, there's been 3 weeks since the second week 2 now.
Yeah, it's been
so
a long time.
it's gonna a lot of teams like, okay, maybe we should get together a little bit, throw around,
Yeah,
see
get some
where everybody.
chemistry.
Yeah, 100%. So maybe they pull the. It's gonna be tough. I think the Dolphins don't go 3-0.
The Dolphins go 3-0 without Lulu, then the whole league is in trouble.
Honestly, if
Without
Lulu,
Lulu, yeah.
if Lulu didn't miss week 2, me personally, I think that's the only team that could really go undefeated.
And what about Willie and Peter?
I don't know enough of Willie. I know Willie, he played outstanding.
Well, I mean,
for
the
his-
Bengals and Titans play each other, so one of those teams can't can't go undefeated.
100%.
Is that game this week?
That might.
That's one of the games
That might
of the
be
week.
11:45 games of the week.
That's the last game. 11:45, Bengals versus Titans. We'll see if any of these teams could remain undefeated.
You got Anthony Hernandez, Chris Jimenez, which I love Chris's.
Look at his profile pic. Hey, everyone just take a moment and look at Chris J's throwback pic. He looked like Tate.
We have-
I think
Lawrence.
maybe the Chiefs. The Chiefs can go undefeated this week.
The Chiefs.
They're playing the Raiders. They're playing the Jaguars. I think is their toughest game. Then they're playing who else? The the Patriots, the new look Patriots, and the Raiders.
Hey, Cheeky has an arm too, man.
Cheeky,
so
yeah.
I don't
I
knock
played
it
with
against
Cheeky in
him.
the tournament. He didn't throw me a ball until our last game, and then I caught it. He's like, "Oh, you got hands." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks."
Thanks.
But
A lot of you may
he's
not know Mendoza, but he's literally like a
I'm not
like
fast.
a basket.
I'm not fast.
Show him your hands, man. Just
I got little hands. Got like below average.
I'll give him a benefit. He did catch a nice one on me in the tournament.
But I'll catch it. I'll do it. But I think the Chiefs. If I had to bet on a team to go undefeated the next week, I think it's the Chiefs.
The
Okay.
Chiefs?
Yeah.
all right.
Why
I
not?
respect it.
Who would you say?
Who's the sports book? Who's the bookie?
Who's the bookie?
Who do I give money to?
I think the bookie who came out.
Swazo. I think it's Swazo.
Swazo.
Swazo, 100%. That would be my
Yeah.
go-to. Be like,
Yeah.
Swazo, what's the
I want
odds,
money. I
bro?
want money. Yeah, what are the odds? I mean, it's either the Chiefs or maybe the Seahawks. Who do the Seahawks play?
The Seahawks. Let's see here.
They play the Broncos, the Giants, and the Panthers.
The Seahawks could easily.
Oh,
go.
the Seahawks might have an easier route.
But the Panthers are surprisingly good. Let's check out that team.
Yeah, the
That's
Panthers.
Al.
The Panthers would be their
This guy
toughest.
took a picture of his fucking license.
Yeah, Al. Al, Kurt, Manny, Ray, and Roger, and George.
Oh.
They're going 5 hard.
They're going 5 hard.
And with George on the field, I mean, we'll see. I guess hopefully.
That's the Panthers.
Yeah, that's the Panthers.
Yeah, no. So the Seahawks have an easier route in my professional done deal
Then
opinion.
your career
Yeah.
of 13 years
My done deal.
analysis.
Yeah, my analysis.
And I don't think we spoke a lot about your team, bro, the Ravens, man. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel overall? You have a really amazing player. I like Willie, man.
Willie's a fucking beast.
I like Willie, bro.
Willie.
Hey, shouts out to Willie. He made some amazing, bro. Like the top 3 highlights were of Willie, bro.
Willie was. Imagine it. He was upset at his performance on week 1. So.
Why were you upset, man?
So
he
just
lost to the
week
Dolphins.
2, just know
That's the Dolphins.
we're coming. We're coming.
Yeah, I mean, you can never count out a team with David in it.
It's true.
Like,
And David's missing.
Week 3. Yeah,
Week 3?
Everybody knows. Week 3. Yeah. So.
so you need to get these points.
Huh?
You need to get these points now. You gotta take advantage. Why are you being so nonchalant? Of course, you need to get some wins. You can't go 1 and 2 and then not panic with David missing.
Sheesh.
Were you guys 1 and
We
2?
went 2 and 1.
I know you went to 1, but this coming week you can't. You need to get 2 to 3 wins.
But you have David, who's made the championship the last 3 seasons, right? And won.
We have the Panthers game. The first game's Panthers. Al and George, all these people. We got our second game is against the Broncos. I don't think I've seen the Broncos yet. Let me double check here. Bronco, we got Dusty, love Dusty. Antonio, we have Patino, Andy. Nico's hurt. I don't know how he's feeling yet. So
there's
he
a
was-
question mark there.
Yeah.
Manu.
Fast, and Chris Mendoza.
No
His
idea.
brother?
No,
Sheesh.
no idea. No idea.
Didn't he just drop out of the league?
Chris Mendoza?
Yeah.
That's right. Like only one Mendoza.
What?
Maybe. I don't know.
Did he drop out or did he just leave the chat? I think he got
He might
removed
just
from
left
the chat.
He might have just left the chat.
Probably, yeah.
I haven't seen any like
I haven't-
sirens.
yeah.
Like a replacement.
You know, usually they throw those sirens out. Well, you can never be too careful. Those sirens might be you or
So you
So
have the,
what are
have
you
the
thinking
Panthers,
for? Oh, go ahead.
Panthers, Broncos.
Broncos, and then we have the Chargers, Peaky, which is going to be the toughest game.
Are we going to see some Enzo at QB reps just for week 3, or maybe some Lazo reps at QB?
We
He
undisclosed.
can't, yeah, he can't.
Undisclosed,
He
bro.
can't give
NDA,
away who's
bro.
throwing the rock.
I mean,
NDA, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro.
this is what Coffee with the Cup's all about. Just the exclusive, you know.
Hey, we going to week 2 though, all right? So hey, don't get too excited.
Maybe next week on Coffee with Cop
Maybe.
we'll have a little
Maybe.
more insight.
We'll see
in
if I
the-
show
in the
up.
Ravens camp.
He's
But
gonna go
no,
0 dark 30.
we're confident going to week 2. That our toughest game, Peaky, but it's not something out of the question either.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that's nothing you're afraid of.
No.
Yeah. No.
I'll play it too.
Yeah.
I hope we play
I like
the
that.
Dolphins, man.
Yeah. Well, you will play the Dolphins again. don't worry about that. Me and you, back
and
at it.
Oh, that's gonna be the matchup: the Lazo versus Mendoza.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
But no, it's
I
I
like
feel
the
good.
Ravens.
Hope-
The Ravens
I
are
don't
gonna
see
be a good team.
I don't see why we should. It would be definitely helpful to go 3-0. But I don't see why we wouldn't. Especially we're all on the same page and connecting and stuff like that. You know, it was unfortunate that we lost to the Dolphins. We were right there. It was a great game. Props to Lulu for going 3-0 for sure. You know, getting the job done, making sure. But definitely, it's not something that I wouldn't doubt we went 3-0. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying.
That's the thing about Lulu too. I mean, he's gonna put his team in the position not to be behind. Because you know,
he
it's
did it
Lulu.
all last season to make sure he knew he wasn't gonna be that last week before playoffs, and you know he got it done. So, but I think we'll be good. We'll be all right for sure.
So, do you have any closing statements?
Hey, week 2's around the corner. Get ready, guys.
Stay
Get
healthy.
ready.
Get ready.
Remember, hydrate. I mean, by the time you guys see this, it's gonna be Wednesday. So you guys hydrate, drink water. Make sure you gotta start hydrating.
Right now.
Exactly, from right now. Just because, shout out to my boy Paulie, he taught me the little insight. You know, you gotta start hydrating 3 days before the game. So by game day, your body's already hydrated well enough and stuff like that. So for sure, you know, we would definitely don't want to see no injuries, no cramps. Want every team to be at 100 because that's the best way to go about it.
Yeah, you can't win a game with people like out and playing against a team that has somebody out.
Yeah, exactly. Because
there's an asterisk. You don't know. Oh, that person is here.
100%. You know what I'm saying? So stay safe, stay hydrated. Anything else, Mendoza?
If any other trades or anything happens after we film today, I don't want to hear it in the chat. Like I don't want to hear like, oh, you didn't talk about this or that.
Yeah, this is being filmed. Thursday,
the week before.
Yeah, what day is it today?
We did it to
the
our
24th.
our best knowledge.
March 24th, 2022.
All right, so if you got something else to say, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Oh, and shouts out to our sponsor, Absolutely No One, because no one likes the show.
Yeah.
So, hey, shouts out to all you guys, all right?
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Peace out, guys. Thank you for everything.